Hello everybody, my name is Megan. If you're new to my channel, welcome back. If you don't follow the title of today's video, this is going to be my second update in my non-makeup project pan series. So this is skincare, body care, hair care, some fragrance, basically anything that's not makeup is what's going on here. I'm gonna be totally honest, this project a little bit has been the bane of my existence. It's been like a tug at my heartstrings because I honestly feel like since I update this every other month, it kind of gets backburnered because I'm like, oh, like I have 2 months to work on these projects or like products. Like it's not that big of a deal. Like I have 2 months, I have 2 months, I have 2 months. So of course, like with my makeup project pan, I'm making marks every 2 months or every month. Like I'm seeing continual progress. But that's not really the case with this project. And I don't know, like honestly, until I set things out to film this today and like went back through, watched my last video, remembered what was even in this project pan, like make sure I had everything and like set it out to like products I haven't touched, products I made progress on, and products that I've like emptied. I didn't really realize that like I've emptied 5 products and I've made at least a dent on 4 others. And then there's like a handful of things that I just haven't touched. Sorry, I've emptied 7 products. I keep forgetting about 2 of them. But yeah, and then I'm also like, okay, like rolling things in. It's a 2-month update, so like if I roll in like a hand cream that I'm gonna use, you know, for the next 3 weeks and then be done with it, like is that worth it? Because it's gonna be out by next update. But I have to keep reminding myself the point of this project is literally just to use my things because I have a tendency to not use like body care and hair care specifically. I don't really know why, like not that I don't use it, but like I'll get close to finishing something and I'm like, oh, I don't want to waste it. I love this product so much, like so I go buy something different. Why don't I buy the same thing? I don't know, that's a great question, but I'll buy something different to like try something else out, see if I like this better. No, I don't. I love this even more. Okay, but I can't, it's just like it's this huge cycle. So it's been a huge tug of war for me. It'll be what it'll be, but honestly, again, all things considered, and I know I've been rambling for like 3 minutes, I do feel pretty good seeing the progress out in front of me, so that is just kind of a nice little reminder. But with that being said, let's go ahead and jump on into my updates slash non-updates. As far as non-updates, products that I have not touched, I have 3 self-tanners, which if you were here for my last update, this one's not a surprise. It's huge, it's massive. I figured I wouldn't be touching it for a while, so there's that. I have my tanning drops, haven't touched these either. And then I also have not touched my Be Tan Forever and Ever mousse. This is where we were last time. This is still where we are. What I didn't take into consideration is that I have started using an IPL device, which is like those like at-home lasers for like laser hair removal. I'm giving it a shot, but you can't self-tan with those. So here I am having 4 self-tanners in my project pan, literally not able to use any of them until after I finish that process. And that's like, you can't do it for like a week before, like a week after you use the IPL device. Which after I get through like using it twice a week for 8 weeks, then I go into using it once a month as like maintenance. And so then what, I can only self-tan like 1 week out of a month. So I haven't quite figured that out yet. Didn't really think that part through. But anyway, I have not touched these 3 products. Will they stay in here? I guess. Will I use them? Probably not, if I'm being totally realistic with myself. I might get a little bit of use out of each of them, a little bit of use out of one of them. I don't really know. But I am going to keep them in this project just for the sake of updating them if I feel the need to self-tan or feel like I can self-tan. But I don't really foresee myself having huge progress on this just kind of because of where I currently am with being able to self-tan. So there is that. Something else that I have not used. I have not used this foot mask. I just kept forgetting about it, and the times that I remembered it, I was like, oh, I have a pedicure tomorrow. Like, I'm not gonna use this today when I have a pedicure tomorrow. So I'll use this sometime this week. I'm telling myself, this will for sure, okay, telling myself right now, this will be gone by next update. I update this project every 2 months. This foot mask will be gone. Similarly, I update this project every 2 months. I have 3 more face masks. If you are returning here, that means that maybe you remember that there used to be more than 3. We'll talk about that later. I'm tempted to say all 3 of these are going to be gone by next update, but for sure 2 of them are going to be gone. I need 2, I don't care which 2. For sure, I'm going to use 2 of them by the next update. potentially 3 of them. So I'm excited to for sure have 3 masks out of my collection, potentially 4. I'm saying it right now, I have to do it. I feel like a lot of times, unless I'm like really strict about like this is what's gonna happen, it just doesn't happen. Because again, I'm like, oh, but if I use it, what if I like it and then I don't have it anymore? Yeah, but you're never gonna know if you like it unless you use it. So anyway, that was my rant. I hope that somebody can relate to me on that and make me feel a little less alone. But anyway, as for products that I've made some progress on, like I said earlier, I do have 4 products. So first off, I have my Olaplex number 6 Bond Smoother. Not a ton of progress, but I mean, there's still some progress nonetheless. This is where we were when I rolled it in, and last month I had not used it at all. This is where we are this month. I probably use this once or twice. Of course, as I'm doing this thing with hair care too, like I've decided I'm trying out Pros. I'm sure we've all heard of Pros. It's like the function of beauty, but like for your specific hair type, like curly hair, whatever. And so I'm a few days into some curls that are my curls with Pros, but so in my head, I'm like, should I be using that? Like, should I be using this and mixing it? But like, I want to make sure that I'm getting, you know, my use out of this product. My goal, I'm saying it right now, I only wash my hair like once a week, so we'll see how this goes. But my goal is to be around the X in 2 months, right? So we're currently here and the X, I mean, top X, middle X, bottom X, it's all right here. So my goal is to be about here-ish after 2 months. I want to make sure that I am using this. Again, usually I'll use it when I'm heat styling my hair, but maybe that'll encourage me to use my diffuser a little bit more. So it's just going to be a whole thing. We're trying it out together, but we have made progress and that's what's important. So there is that. Similar vein, I have, again, hair care. This is my AG Hair Care Recoil Curl Activator. The last 2 for the intro and the first update, we were here, now we are down here. So I have used it a few times. The littlest amount of this goes the longest way. And of course, what did I get with my Pros order? Another like curl cream. So here we are. But I'm figuring maybe if I like mix a little bit of that, because I do like that one, I think it's just a little bit too thin. I like the head that this one has a little more hold to it. So I'm thinking maybe instead of mixing that with the hair gel, if I instead mix it with this a little bit, like we could just kind of mess around. But my goal is in 2 months to have this finished. I realized looking back on my last video, I contradicted myself. I said I wanted to have this out by the 3rd update in June. Well, this is June, but it's only my 2nd update. So I'm not wrong. You know, should I have this out by June? Probably, but I will have this out by my 3rd update. I'm going to use it. I'm speaking it out. I'm saying it now. Next update, this will be gone. I also have the Ritual Deep Cleansing and Clarifying I Deserve It Posh Face Mask from Perfectly Posh. It's just a little 2 to 5 minute mask, super small. So this is where we were when I rolled it in last update, so 2 months ago, and this is where we are now. I've used it a handful of times. Definitely a ways to go. I'm not trying to get this out by next update, but I can see this being in here for probably 2 more updates, which would be about 4 more months, which I'm totally fine with. Now is for this product, which I don't know what to do with this product. This is my Jergens Natural Glow Wet Skin Moisturizer from Fair to Medium. It's another self-tan. I'm at such a crossroads. Again, I can't be using self-tan products as I am using my hair removal stuff. I could do like my arms and like my torso, like the place that I'm not doing it, but like do I want dark arms with like, you know, like I don't know how I want to go about it. But the other thing is I used a ton of this over the last 2 months. I have more product in here, but it's not enough for me to actually get one full use out of it. So this is where we were at the intro, right? So, you know, back at the beginning of January, this is where we were at the end of March, and now we're all the way down here in June. Like, I feel bad throwing it away because there is product left, but there's not enough product for me to like get a full use out of it. Like, I could honestly probably use that on like just my arms or just my torso. Like, you see what I mean? Like, I don't really know, but like there's products, so I don't want to throw it away. So if anyone wants to give me any suggestions, I have thought about cutting it with like other moisturizers, but this is supposed to be a shower moisturizer, so I don't really know how they would like jive, and I don't really feel like being an experiment. Like, I'm tempted to just call it good because there's not a lot left, but I don't know. So this is, I'm up in the air about this, but also maybe in 2 months, like, because by that point I should be like a few weeks finished with my IPL treatment. So like maybe at that point in time I can use it, but again, it wouldn't be a full body. So I really just don't know what to do with this product. I'm totally at a standstill, like complete moral dilemma about whether or not I should call this good and like throw it away. Thoughts down below. Let me know what you think. We'll see. So there's that. I don't know, there's that. But as for the products that I have finished, and I'm excited about this is kind of where I gained like my little bit of like, that's right, I can do this. Because honestly, some of these products I finished not long after my last update. And so as I've been looking at the products that I still have thinking about this project, I'm not looking at the ones that are in my empties bin, you know? So it was kind of nice to like be like, oh, that's right, these were like, I did finish these and I still have them and whatnot. Like, so anyway, first product is my Fur Stubble Hydrating Growth and Refining Body Lotion. This is what it looks like. This is where we were at the intro, and then I just didn't really use it at all during like the first 2 months of the year. But now we are totally finished. There's maybe like a little bit left, but not enough that I can actually do anything with it. Like it would spit out at me and I'm not cutting things open. So not really worth it for me, but I feel really good having this lotion out. It's a nice lotion. It has a little bit of a slip to it, which I don't always love, but overall I do like it. Not really gonna repurchase it just because it is on the more expensive side. Smells really good though, and I'm glad to have it out of my collection. So that is one empty. Another empty that I have is my Diva Curl Be Leave-In Miracle Curl Plumper. This is where we were at the intro. This is where we were 2 months ago. I'd used it maybe once, but there wasn't any sort of progress. And now we are empty. It does not look like a lot, but this actually took me a very long time. And then like I thought it was empty because I couldn't get any more out, but then I set it upside down for a little while and there was like a ton left, deceivingly. So I got through all of that and now it is officially empty after probably about 3 months of use. Surprisingly, again, I did not use a lot when I would use it and I mixed it with other products, so it went through a lot slower. But this is finally finished. It's out. It's a great product, but I don't believe they make it anymore. So tough, which is why I didn't want to finish using it. But I did finish it and I feel really great about myself for it. So there is that. This is my Truly Acai Your Boobies Lifting Boob Serum to Firm and Tighten. I don't know, it had retinol in it and it smelled yummy and I used it on my legs. So if you'll notice though, there's not a dropper on it. Why is not a dropper on it, you might ask? Because I dropped it and it shattered everywhere because it was glass. And so then I was finding glass on my tile. So yeah, but it did encourage me to use this product up pretty quickly. So I guess that's nice. The first mark has completely worn away, but it was about here, was like where our product level was, first rolling it into the intro. Then last update, it's right here. It's kind of difficult to see with the glass bottle, that's not helpful. I guess like that. And now it is completely empty. So I do feel pretty good about this. Again, made it through and forgot that it was something that I had to share with you guys this update. So that was fun and exciting. But it's another product out of my collection. If it wound up in my life again, I mean, I wouldn't like say no. Like it's a good product, but it's not something I'm going to go out and actively buy. It's just not a step in my skincare that I find worth it. Okay, last two products before we go into what I'm rolling in. I have my Rose face mask from Fresh. It was a mini. I told myself, I was like, I need to use this in the next month because this was so old, but I was so excited about it that I didn't want to use it because I didn't want to waste it. You know, I didn't want to use it up and not have it anymore, so I just never used it. But it's completely empty now. I used it in about 2 or 3 uses, so that was nice. But yes, so it's finally used up out of my collection. I have another empty and I'm so excited. But there is that. And lastly, for the products I have finished, I have my CeraVe Moisturizing Cream. I don't remember if I took a photo of this last time. I probably didn't, but I had probably about 1/3 of it left, erring on the side of 1/4. And now it is completely empty. So that feels really nice. Again, is it a phenomenal product? No, I don't really love the way that it like sits on my skin personally, but I have a thing with textures of lotions. I just feel like it's a little bit too thick, like to the point where it like clogs my pores, even though it's dermatologist tested and does not clog your pores. I just don't love it. But it's a fine product. But yes, it's finally finished, finally out of my collection, and I'm very, very excited about it. It's been nice. So for the products that I'm going to roll in, again, some of these are like, I could realistically be done with a few of them in like the next 3 weeks. but if I don't roll them into this project, I know that I'm not going to use them. And so it's again that like pull between like I'm not going to have an update. I mean, I'll have an update next, you know, in 2 months because it'll be an empty, but I'm not going to have like a progression update. But again, if I don't put these in this project, they're not going to get used. So I know that this is what's best for me and what I need to do in order to keep myself sane. So there's that. Those products include basically 3, maybe 4, but just little tiny hand lotions that I have. A lot of these are like body lotions that I got traveling or travel size or from a hotel. This is from a hotel. But this is the Nest Sicilian Tangerine Body Cream. Definitely got it from a hotel. But I mean, we can see we are right here in the bottle, but again, it smells nice. It's Nest. I don't want to use it. It's, you know, it's a nice brand, but if I don't roll this in, I'm not going to use it ever in my life. So rather than, you know, carry it with me for the next 15 years, I could just use it and be, you know, forget about it after that. So that's what we're choosing to do. This is where we are. I fully expect this to be out by next update. So there is that. Similarly, I have this Dove hydration body cream. It's upside down, but it's easier to store it this way because the bottle, shape of the bottle isn't like conducive to being upright for too long. So again, here we are though, and the bottom of the bottle is right here. Again, this is something that if I don't roll it in, I will not use it. So I want this out of my collection by the next update for sure. But I foresee this being gone in the next couple weeks. So there is that, and then I also have the Suave xoxo Nourishing Lotion. Great lotion, super nice, smells great, nice and thick, fairly inexpensive. But again, I'm like, but when I travel, it's fine, Meg, you have other things, like it's okay. So here we are, again, it is the Suave xoxo Nourishing Lotion Shea Butter, and we are right here, and this is the amount left. So again, this one took me a little bit longer to get through, it's a little bit thicker, I don't need quite as much. But I do hope that those 3 for sure will be rolled out by next update. And then last for like the mini body lotions, I have this body lotion. I'm not even gonna Gilchrist and Soames. I don't know. I got it at a bougie hotel. But this is how full we are currently. This is what the container looks like. And this is where we are at the moment. So again, this one, it's like a little bit kind of goes a long way as well. It also has this kind of top, which I don't love because I feel like I have no control over the product, but this as well is something I need gone by the next update. I can get through 4 body creams, hand lotions, whatever, and that'll do wonders for my beauty inventory. So yes, this is something that we are going to be really proud of me for in 2 months when I come back and tell you all that it's an empty. Okay, 2, 3, 4, 5 products. Last few things I'm gonna roll in. I'm gonna roll in 5 other products. 2, 4, 5, yeah. But again, these, like, I kind of am grouping all of those lotions as one thing. So in total, I'm grouping in like 6 products, even though those are 4 separate things in my inventory, Anyway, I have my Glow Recipe Watermelon Glow Niacinamide Dewdrops. I love this product so much so that I haven't used it in probably 8 months because there's a little bit left and I don't want to buy it again because my budget has not been there, but I really need to use it. Because also I'm like, I can't justify buying a new one of this because I still have this one. So like, at least that way if I like use it up when I decide to buy a new one, I won't feel bad about like already having one. But anyway, we are right here in the bottle. So headed towards the bottom. But not quite there yet. Probably about a month's left worth of use with just the rate that I use it at. So here is where we are, and then again, hopefully this will be rolled out by next update. I also have my Olaplex number 8. This is something I thought about rolling in a while back and opted to not do it. But the number 8 is the Bond Intense Moisture Mask. So this has an airless pump. So as like I use more of it, it will like increase as far as like where the line is because it's all getting pushed up. I really one day tried to be like, you know, let me just like use up the rest of it like really fast. And I probably used like 8 pumps of this and it did not move. So I don't know how much is in here. And normally I don't use 8 pumps. I'll use like a cool like 3 pumps of this normally for my whole head of hair, and I have a ton of hair. So anyway, this is where that line is. It's a small line, but a line nonetheless. I can see it, and that is half the battle. I just hope you guys can see it. There we go. That is where it is, and then the top of it's about here. But again, a little bit of this apparently goes a very long way. So we will see how that goes. If not, I mean, 2 months, I feel like I should be able to. Otherwise, update after that for sure. In addition to, I was talking earlier about my bundle from Pros, I did also get a leave-in conditioner in that bundle. So this is leave-in conditioner that I've been using when I want something like a mid-strength leave-in. I have like a lightweight leave-in conditioner, I have like a heavyweight leave-in conditioner, and this is my like middle ground one. But it is the Coconut Curls Real Raw 7-in-1 Leave-In Curl Quencher. I bought it from Walgreens, CVS? Walgreens. But this is where we are currently, and there's a ton of product left. It's a super, like, again, like it's a thick spray, so a little bit does go a long way. Honestly, I mean, I've had this for probably like 2-ish years, and this is the progress that I made given I don't use it all the time. I mean, more recently I've been using it like every time I wash my hair, but for a while I wasn't using it. But yeah, so hopefully I can get through this. Definitely not in the next 2 months, but probably in the next 4 months I think would be reasonable. Again, if I'm mixing it with my other leave-in that I just got to kind of like balance things out as my hair is adjusting, I think that would work out really well. So I am excited for it. This is a product now that I kind of am just curious. Sorry, my back is starting to bother me, which is why I'm leaning over. But I'm kind of just curious as to how long it's going to take me, like, to finish this, or like how much this project I can use within the year is kind of what this one is. So this is my Aquaphor Healing Ointment, and I have like the big 8-ounce, 7-ounce one, right? So this is what it looks like. It is the 7-ounce, I mean, everybody knows what Aquaphor is. It's just like a Vaseline type, a little bit thicker. I use this at night on my lips for sure. And then occasionally like throughout the day, depending on what I need. So sorry about that. I am currently right here. I've had this for, I feel like, forever. I don't use a lot of it at a time. Like, I really use it for my lips. Like, I don't really use it for my gel. Sometimes I'll put it under my eyes as like an eye cream almost. But this is where I am currently. And honestly, again, like I said, I just kind of want to see how much of this I use up in a year, because I really don't know. So that is what that progress is going to look like. And I think that also me having this and having it be something that I keep by my bed every night, and like being able to like make my, like, know that I'm using it will make me think more about this project as a whole, and hopefully get some more use on all of these products all together. So playing a little bit of a mind game with myself. But the last thing I'm rolling in is a fragrance, and this is a little like fragrance tester from the brand Chloe. This came in one of those like Sephora sets where you get the mini trial size, like the deluxe sample of like 5 different ones, and you get to pick your favorite one and get like a 1 ounce whatever. So this is a scent from Chloe. I don't know what it is off the top of my head. Okay, what I'm not going to tell you is how long I've had this, because that's embarrassing. We don't need to talk about those kinds of things. But let's see. It is the Chloe Naturelle. Yes, the Chloe Naturelle Eau de Parfum, sample size 1 fluid ounce. No, redemption size 1 fluid ounce. Okay, what does it say? Scent type, fresh florals. Chloe introduces Eau de Parfum Naturelle, formulated with 100% natural origin fragrance that combines luxury of nature and a scent. Eau de Parfum Naturelle is a fresh, floral, woody perfume for women with a vegan formulation and an organic rose at its heart. I definitely smell the rose and floral, but it's not like grandma rose, if that makes any sense. But this is what I've been using on a daily basis as of pretty recently. So anyway, like I said, if we can get some focus here, there we go. I'm still pretty close to the top, but focusing on this for the next couple months, I'm curious to see how long it'll take. I'm sure I can get through this in like 2 months, maybe 3 months. But yeah, so that is the last product, and I'm very excited. Again, this is something I use every day, so again, hopefully seeing it, using it will remind me to pull for these other products. So anyway, with that being said, this wraps up my update for June, which is my, again, second update of the project. I do update this every 2 months. It's been a struggle, but I think we're gonna make it through. I don't know if this is something I'm gonna do next year, but we'll see. Stick around. Again, I'm traveling this week, so hopefully I'll have time when I get back because I'm leaving tomorrow. But hopefully I'll have time when I get back to like film that clean my bathroom, declutter my bathroom with me, because I think that'd be a good video, and honestly it's something that I desperately need to do. But yeah, with that being said, I hope you enjoyed the video. Give it a thumbs up down below if you feel inclined to do so. Leave a comment if you want to chit chat about project pans, about products, about anything. I do have my makeup inventory as well as my makeup project pan, which I am killing it over there. It's all linked up in the eye. And yeah, if you want to see more of me in the future, go ahead and subscribe down below as well. Join me on this journey. Let me know about your project pans. I love project pans. Body care, skincare, hair care, makeup. I don't care what it is. If you have a project pan, let me know and I will watch it and I will check it out and I will comment and I will be your biggest cheerleader of your project. But yeah, with that being said, I hope you have a great rest of your day, night, wherever you are, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.